if India today decides to finish Pakistan, Pakistan is not our problem. We can do that. We don't want to do it because we don't believe in human loss. Who will suffer?
Today we have with us Major General S.D. Mahanti, who is a war veteran and fought in the 1971 war where Bangladesh was liberated from Pakistan. It is 50 golden years that we have with us. Sir, welcome to Odisha Links. How does it feel to be a part of history forever?
Let me tell you one thing. In war, there are two things that change. One is a plan. War never goes by plan. And the other thing which never goes by plan is a marriage. So much thing is planned and so on. What I'm trying to say is that war is the worst human expression of human behavior. It's horrendous. Wish there was no war. But so long as human greed, so many other things that humankind is unfortunately given with, the war will continue. So the best war is war not to have another war. And that is what Bangladesh or 1971 war was. And incidentally, I should be one of the very few who also fought 65 war, 1965 war. So therefore, Bangladesh war or 1971 war was a war against oppression, against cruelty, against the most depraved human behavior. The people who had taken pride of one country for the one religion proved to be a myth. And I'm happy that I participated in that war of righteousness. Remember, India is a country famous for warriors. Our two great granthas, Ramayana and Mahabharata, is based on war. Every time all Indians, they feel proud of their legend or about their heroes. Rama was a great warrior. Krishna was a great warrior. So what I'm trying to say that to say that Ami Shanti Priya means what? There can be no Shanti if there is no war.
Sir, but will you not agree that the war India has done as of now until date, it is different from the rest of the world, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Firstly, let me tell you, our nearer great war was Second World War. Yes. After that finished in 1945. After that, no other country has created another country through war. It's your soldiers, his soldiers, their parents and their parents, they have created it. Right? That is a remarkable thing. And then what did we do in the end? The Pakistanis, they butcher the prisoner of war, which is against their Geneva Convention.
Yes.
They remove every part of their body, carve it out. Living soldiers. We don't. We, after having decisively defeated Pakistan, having taken 93
1,000 prisoners of war.
prisoners of war, we released them. We sent them to their homes, their families and children. This is not a sign of weakness, but great magnanimity. Because by nature, we are peaceful. But when it comes to war, by God, in your land here, one of the greatest example of war is Kalinga War. What happened? Ashoka, who was the emperor of Magadha, with all the huge Magadhan army, with all his elephants and horses and whatever he had, he invaded a small country, Odisha, or that time Kalinga. Do you know what happened? He defeated us, but he was in turn defeated for life.
His entire nature was altered.
Totally. Because he fought a war to fight no war. But whatever happened, that's a different story. But the point I want to make is that we Odias are great warriors. What happened? Every able-bodied man, woman, with their Dhanusara, Dhanu Kanda, descended from the hills and mountains and attacked Ashoka from his army, Magadha army, from the flank, and caused huge casualty. In Dayanadi, in that blood, it was not all Odia blood, it was not all Kalingan blood, it was also Magadhan blood. Right? So what I'm trying to say that war is a terrible thing. I hate war. Nobody hates war more than a soldier does. So, seeing that Vishal, what is that chap's name? We or whatever that... Vicky. They are fakes. And you will put their pictures in the Facebook DP. But you don't know who that young major was. These are fakes, they are druggies. Now, what I'm trying to say is that the Odias are great warriors, and in this land, and if you take names who have done so and have also been recognized for their great doings in Kargil War and so on and so forth, there are so many Odias. So,
will you be able to share a memory with us of the 1971 war?
Like I said a little earlier, the wars are fought at various levels. The most difficult thing is war fighting. It's very, very nice to announce that India has been opened for the girls and everybody, okay, and all that. Is the nation prepared? The army, war fighting is not a job, it's a way of life. Are we ready to accept a mutilated young girl, 20, 21 years old officer, young officer, mutilated, de-breasted? Can the society take it? And that's what the Pakistanis do. They take out every piece of a young officer's organ alive. Is the society capable of doing it? Will these people accept it? Politically they may, because it doesn't matter to them whose child, what is carved out of him or her. The court with the constitution in equal opportunity. Is it also equal opportunity to kill, to be devastated, mutilated in the same manner? Alive? Our society, we screech when we see a girl child crying. But these dumb chaps, they don't ever hear that. Right? Anyway, that's a different story. So you're asking about my personal experience. Don't expect from me an experience like you see in the TVs or like you see in the movies. They are only one little this much part. They never showed how an actor has to go hungry for 3 days and yet get their men to fight. Because he is there with them. And not neither your police, nobody. They don't die with their men. We do. The point I'm trying to make is that what is the difference? Okay, my personal experience. I was a major, like I said. So what was my basic function? To be with a commanding officer. And what did they talk about commanding officer? That is the Bahadur. He's with their men. So we were, but before a war or any battle takes place, there are a lot of activities take place. So we were all getting ready to. Nobody knows when the war will come. So in one area, me and my infantry counterpart, young major again, I was 27 there, and he also must have been 27, 28 or 29, 2 feet away. And an enemy subversive party, they don't come in open and so and so. He came and opened fire just 2 feet away from me. Wonderful officer. And he fell. That was my first taste of own friend's blood. I picked him up, whole drenched in blood. And then was when we went to attack. I'm with the commanding officer, and he's with his men in the open, and the enemy artillery fire came. What happens in the practices and the exercises? We fire from here, but we have not experienced fire coming from that side. And this time it came, and it goes just past you. Just there, few feet away, the enemy artillery fire comes. You are lucky, because we believe that in that bullet, in that shrapnel of artillery, in that tank fire, your name must be written to. And remember another thing. The enemy fire does not recognize you are a Hindu or a Muslim or what do you. That is our biggest learning, and that is why we don't make difference whether it is Muharram or whether it is Durga Puja.
Sir, we'll wrap it up with the last question. What do you think of the present scenario that the Balakot strike happened, the Uri strike happened? Movies were different, but you must have seen the actual military point of view. What do you think?
But no, not my time. I'm very old. It was. But this is what is called to keep it the state of deterrence. Balakots and all are very small things. Or they saying that, brother, we can do it whenever we want. It's a fact. If India today decides to finish Pakistan, Pakistan is not our problem. We can do that. We don't want to do it because we don't believe in human loss. Who will suffer? I have been to Pakistan. They're just like you. They're just as simple, as smart, as this thing like you, as humorous, Buddha Komolo, they'll pull my leg, as just like you. Why should they're innocent people? Why? Yes. They also cry. They also feel hurt. So we don't. But if things go bad, we will. And we'll hit them very hard. And we have the ability to do it. Because we don't want our innocent children, our simple women, our young little ones to suffer because of them.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us.
Okay.